What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Come On and Console. My name is Jason. Today we're looking at my picks for really good PS3 hidden gems. Now, I personally think the PS3 does get slept on, and I'm guilty of kind of, when it's third party based, going for more 360, playing more 360 than PS3. But I feel like there's some really good hidden gem titles on the PS3 that are dirt cheap to pick up, and I feel like you guys could find something to really have a good time on your PlayStation 3 consoles. So without further ado, let's get to my picks. My first pick is a PlayStation 3 exclusive, and I was really surprised to find out that this game was not made by Media Molecule, the guys behind Little Big Planet. It's not by them at all, which is weird because it feels like what they would have done if they made a karting game. But this game is called Mod Nation Racers. It's basically a customizable version of Mario Kart. It plays very similar to Mario Kart in a lot of aspects, but you can like customize your character, make him look all weird and crazy and goofy. You can build your car and have different wheels, different body kits, but it's all really, tongue-in-cheek. You could get a whole car made of cardboard for some reason, or you could get like have really strange objects as your wheels and stuff like that. It's got a lot of quirky charm to it that I really enjoy, and the actual racing side of things is really fun. Really like this game a lot. It's got a lot of customization, like I said. It's got great racing in there. It's very much built from what Mario Kart kind of gave us back in the day, and obviously with more modern stuff as well. But yeah, Sony pretty much got these guys to make a karting game, but added that kind of Little Big Planet user created stuff in there. Customize your characters. There probably is a bunch of designs on the online store you can download as well, by people make their own designs for characters. I'm sure that's still available, but I haven't really dabbled in that myself. But in terms of the customization, the quirky silliness of it all, it's very child friendly. It's very fun to play. Definitely a hidden gem. I don't think enough people talk about this one. If you like kart racers and you've played all the others, that's a good one to give a go. I really enjoyed this one. It's a lot of fun. That's Mod Nation Racers. Next up is an action, just a straight up action game. And I think this game goes completely under the radar, not just for PS2, but in general. If you love that grindhouse aesthetic, and you love the kind of witty dialogue of, say, Quentin Tarantino, and you want that kind of Kill Bill vibe, Wet has you covered. I guess if you want to be wet. Wait a minute. Cut that. This game is absolutely full of action, violence, cutting people down with your sword, dual wielding pistols, jumping between vehicles on this massive highway set piece in the game. It's crazy good fun, and I feel like this game goes really under the radar. Put it in this nice little red case. I think it works really well in the red case. But yeah, if you want that grindhouse aesthetic, Quentin Tarantino isms in a video game, and you want all the action to go with that, this game's pretty awesome. It's pretty fun. And when you get completely doused in blood, you go into rage mode, which is always fun. And literally the screen goes red, you see red, and you absolutely just destroy anything that moves on the screen. It's really, really good, guys. This game is definitely a hidden gem for the PlayStation 3. Go and check it out if you can. It's absolutely a good old time. It's got a cool kind of grindhousey filter to it. It feels like it's straight out of the 70s. It's proper good fun. That's Wet. Next up is a reboot of a really old series. My history on this series is zero, right? My knowledge of this series is zero. I've only played this, what I'm about to show you, but I think this series originated on the PC. You had a PlayStation 1 port, tactics kind of game as far as I'm aware. My knowledge may be a bit wobbly with that. But the series I'm talking about, this game in particular, it's a hidden gem on PS3, is Syndicate. This is a reboot of, well, like I said, a PC-based tactics strategy title, but EA, obviously being EA, reboots it into a futuristic first-person shooter. I'm all about first-person shooters, so for me, this tickled all the right boxes. It kind of goes down the Deus Ex route where you can augment yourself and you get all these cool augmentations. Humanity has all these augmentations in them, and you know, chips in their brain that kind of enhances their performances and stuff like that, makes them super soldiers. And your character in the game, you can hack their mind chip and make them do crazy shit. Cool ideas. The shooting's really satisfying, and yeah, I like it a lot. I thought it was really, really good. No one talks about it. I'm not sure what the reception was at the time when it came out, but I remember picking it up a few years after it came out and absolutely loving the game completely. I think it is just really, really fun. Really fun gunplay, satisfying shooting, and the kind of hacking side of things, where you have this android kind of body where you can hack into other people's minds, is pretty cool. Syndicate. Next game on this list is a game by Insomniac Games, and now a lot of people, from what I was doing my research on this game, a lot of people deem this to be the worst Insomniac game, and I'm here to deny those claims, I suppose, because I had a blast with this one. It originally began life as a game called Overstrike, and it was meant to be more kind of quirky, had that kind of, you know, Ratchet and Clank DNA in there, be a bit more outlandish in its art design and mechanics. But I think EA didn't like it, from what I remember, and they made it more of a realistic, grounded game about the special agents, which isn't as interesting. I grant you that. It's not that interesting a premise. But the characters are cool, the weapons kick ass. I'm talking about a game called Fuse. This is a 4-player co-op third-person action game with insane weapons and awesome cover shooting, just fun gameplay. I think this game absolutely kicks ass. I love it. I've not played it in co-op. Single player is fine, the AI characters are fine, but I can imagine at the time when it was, you know, prime time for it to be, you know, played in co-op, I reckon this game kicked ass in co-op. But as I'm standing here as a hidden gem for a single player campaign, it's so much fun. The weapons in this game are all fun to use. They are all absolutely ridiculous. You got a gun that can shoot a black hole and suck people in it and just dice them up and kill them. Yeah, you've got a gun that basically shoots out like homing needles into people. It's nasty. Like, it's similar to like Halo's Needler, but it's a bit different. I can't really explain to you why it's different, but it's kind of similar to that. But yeah, this is kind of like if the show Torchwood was a over-the-top cyberpunk action game. If you've seen Torchwood, you know what I mean. Tag a group of people, they got to solve really kind of weird cases that no one could really deal with. It's kind of them. It's kind of them, but more kind of high-tech and crazy. Yeah, Fuse is really cool. If you want some cool cover shooting with insane crazy weapons and an okay story, an okay kind of presentation, but it's all down to the shooting. I think the shooting's fantastic. Fuse is a great hidden gem on the PS3. We are down to our final game in this video, and I think it's the best game of the bunch. I blew my mind how good this game was when I put it on like a week ago. There's a game that I remember coming out, I think it was a launch title for the PS3, and it just, like, no one remembers it. And I kind of remembered it, and I was like, oh, I want to pick that game up, because it's super cheap as well, like 4 or 5 quid. I'm going to pick that game up. I'm going to play it, because I've never played it before, and it's a game that I know no one remembers, right? And I wasn't expecting much, but wow, this game was super addictive and super fun. I'm talking about Untold Legends Dark Kingdom. This game is a isometric, just hack and slash beat 'em up game with very light RPG elements, but my word, is the combat addictive as hell. Super addictive combat. It's just really, really fun. I can't explain to you why I think it's fun. Think of other hack and slash beat 'em ups that are super fun. You know, you can have the same vibe. It gives me kind of Sacred 2 vibes, Sacred 3 vibes, that kind of ilk of RPG, but it's not as deep. It's very light on its RPG mechanics, and it's more about flashy combat, super flashy combat with super satisfying audio visual feedback, and the combos you can create are fun as hell. Yeah, I really like this game. I think it's one of the best games I've played on PS3 in a very long time. It's just adds that one more level mentality for me. It's just that addictive. You want to unlock new things, new spells, unlock, you know, get new gear for your character, make your character just kicking all kind of ass, and create crazy cool combos. Yeah, Untold Legends Dark Kingdom is a super fun hack and slash. Go and hunt it down. It's awesome. I love it. I played it for hours when I got it. I was like, this game should not be this good for a launch PS3 title, right? Because launch titles can be a bit hit and miss, and I was expecting pretty much nothing from this. And I was actually really surprised by how good it is, and that's why it's on the top of the list for my hidden gems. Go and check this game out if you love isometric RPGs, but more on the light RPG side and more on the hack and slash kind of just beat everyone up until they die. It's so much fun. So that's it, guys. Those are my picks for PS3 hidden gems. As always, guys, let me know what you think of any of these games in the comments down below, and let me know, do you think the PS3 is kind of slept on these days in the collecting community? Because for me, it's all about PS2 and 360 at the moment, and I feel like I do get a bit neglectful for the old PS3, unfortunately. I think space is a premium as well here, so I feel like I'm more likely to get third-party titles for 360 than I am for PS3, and more often than not, the 360 versions play those games better. They perform better on 360. So usually I stick to exclusives for PS3, but if I can get a game infinitely cheaper than the 360 version on PS3, I will. But anyway, as always, guys, let me know any of your thoughts in the comments down below for any of these games, and suggest your own hidden gems for the PlayStation 3. And as always, let's continue to build a games collection.